Welcome to our channel. Now please welcome Takumi CK and his super cool partner, K-Me.
What is up, everyone? I am CK.
Yo, it is K-Me. CK, show me what new gadget you've been tinkering with.
Haha, today we're going to unveil this full wan2.2 *** start and end frame workflow.
Hold on a second. Every time I try to make an animation, the character's face changes faster than a Sichuan opera face change, or their whole body shakes like a phone on vibrate mode. How come the character in your video looks the same from start to finish, and is so stable?
Excellent question. That is the most powerful part of this workflow. Its core philosophy is consistency. See, all we need to provide are two images, a start frame and an end frame.
Start and end frames. Sounds like the opening and closing scenes of a movie. So, is the AI a super director that can just dream up the 90 minutes in between?
You can think of it that way. The AI will automatically and smoothly fill in all the transitional movements between those two frames. In my example here, the start frame is jumping up and the end frame is crouching down, and it perfectly generates all the continuous actions in between. The reason the character and scene consistency is so good is that we're performing the transformation within the same scene.
That is so cool. This is the ultimate animator slacking tool, but this workflow looks like a maze. My brain CPU is already sounding alarms.
Don't you worry about that. I've set up the entire workflow on Running Hub. There's a link in the comments. Click it for 1,000 free credits and get an extra 100 every day you log in. 1,000 points can get you about 80 images or 16 videos, which is plenty to try things out or build your own setup. You no longer have to wrestle with environment configurations and dependency conflicts. All the complex setup is handled for you, letting you focus your time on creating, not fighting with code.
That is great. So, I just need to prepare the two stills for the beginning and end, then I can just grab a coffee and wait for the AI to direct my blockbuster movie.
That is pretty much the gist of it. Next, I'll walk you through the specific settings of this workflow and some pitfalls to watch out for. Alright, let's dive into the core of this workflow. First, the model loading. For both low and high denoise, we're using the Vace wan2.2-Fun14B model, and the VAA is the wan2.1 version. Now, for the key part, see these 2K samplers. They're the key to achieving that smooth transition. Let's look at the first high denoise sampler. I've set the total steps to 16, but I am only having it run for 10 steps, with a CFG of 3.5. Then, its latent output is directly connected to the second low denoise sampler. This second sampler picks up from step 10 and finishes the remaining 6 steps. This division of labor results in incredibly fluid motion. You can think of the high denoise stage as an action director, primarily responsible for setting up the character's dynamic framework. The low denoise stage, on the other hand, is a detail artist, responsible for making the picture look beautiful. The secret sauce of the whole process lies in how we allocate the workload between these two stages. Also, look over here. Our total frame count is 81, but I've set this length node to 79, which is the total frames minus 2. This is because the workflow automatically extracts the first and last frames as masks, so we need to subtract them. Lastly, this image scaling node. The method here must be set to keep proportion, and the condition below it to always. Also, make sure your image dimensions are divisible by 16, or the sampler might throw an error. Once you've got that sorted, you can type in a simple prompt, like a man jumping up, and then sit back and wait for the masterpiece to generate. Asterisk, 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 asterisk.
My goodness, that sounds surprisingly simple. But, CK, I have one final ultimate question. Where on earth do I find so many cool, high-definition, start and end frame images?
Ha! You've asked the right person. I don't even look for them myself. I just open up Gemini and tell it draw me a man standing up, or a man jumping, and it generates the perfect start and end frames for me.
No way! Even the source material is handled by AI. This is a lazy person's dream come true. I can already picture myself commanding an army of AIs to create an epic animation about my cat conquering the sofa.
Haha, absolutely. Alright, that is the silky smooth secret for today. Go ahead and give it a try, and let your imagination run wild.